What if one phone call could instantly halt credit harassment and cap what you pay each month? Would you make it? My name is Brian Litvak and I'm a licensed insolvency trustee with Litvak Group in Canada. In this video, you'll learn how one call to a licensed insolvency trustee can start the process for filing a consumer proposal, giving you the breathing room and control over your payments. Without that call, you could keep sinking deeper into debt, facing creditors' calls and letters, and living with stress for your debts every day. Coming up in this video, you'll get clear answers to three biggest questions Canadians have about filing a consumer proposal. What exact steps are required to file a consumer proposal? Can you do it yourself, or do you need guidance from a licensed insolvency trustee? And lastly, what documents do you need to gather before filing? I had a friend, let's call him Alex, who was haunted by creditors' calls every evening. He tried paying off those debts one by one, but the balances barely budged. He felt stuck, frustrated that despite his efforts, his debts weren't going down. Alex simply wanted to pay what he could afford and absolutely didn't want to declare bankruptcy and feel like he'd given up. Then I told him there's a legal tool in Canada that can stop those calls, freeze the interest, and actually reduce what you owe. It's called a consumer proposal. So let me explain what a consumer proposal is and who can use it. A consumer proposal is a legally binding contract with your unsecured creditors to repay a portion of your debts under terms you can afford. It is regulated by the Office of Superintendent of Bankruptcy, ensuring all your creditors comply with the agreed terms. If you're struggling with debts and want to avoid bankruptcy, this can be a great option to pay off your debts. Now, who is eligible for a consumer proposal? You need to owe between $5,000 and $250,000 in debts. That's excluding the primary mortgage if you own a house in Canada. Let's talk about which debts can be included and which ones you can't include. You can include credit cards, personal loans, lines of credit, payday loans, tax debts, student loans that are more than 7 years old, and car loan balances on return vehicles. You cannot include secured debts like mortgages or most car loans, court fines, support arrears, debts from fraud, or recent student loans that are less than 7 years old. Now let's walk through the step-by-step process of filing a consumer proposal. Step 1, initial consultation. The first step is to meet with a licensed insolvency trustee who will conduct a comprehensive financial assessment of your situation. This meeting can take place by phone, video call, or in person. During this meeting, you will discuss how you got into debt, along with the options you have already tried, and all the options still available to try to pay off your debts. The trustee will ask you questions on how much debt you owe and to whom, what assets you have, your current employment income, and your family's monthly income and expenses. So you will try to get a sense of your current financial picture to see if there are informal options such as a consolidation loan or refinance your house to pay off unsecured debts, or if a formal option such as bankruptcy or a consumer proposal are the best solutions for you. Therefore, it's best to be honest and share everything about your financial situation to ensure you're providing enough information to receive the appropriate guidance. Ultimately, though, it is your choice on how to proceed. The trustee is there to provide you options and assist you if you choose a formal insolvency option in Canada. Maybe you're ready to proceed right away, or maybe you want to try another option first. Step 2, proposal preparation. If a consumer proposal is deemed the right debt solution, the licensed insolvency trustee will help you prepare the proposal, outlining how much you can afford to pay back and over what period. All consumer proposals must be completed within 5 years. The trustee will need to confirm all the information you provided. You will need to provide ID, pay stubs, vehicle ownership documents, RSP statements, and a list of creditors and account numbers. You'll likely need to open a new bank account if you owed money to a creditor, as they will close your account upon filing the consumer proposal. The new bank account should be where you don't owe any money, and you will first need to move your paycheck and any monthly expenses that come out of the new bank account. The trustee will also ask you questions about transactions you've made in the past 5 years to advise your creditors, like if you sold a house. You will also need to ask your spouse if they will be willing to disclose their income or not. This preparation process can be completed as quickly as 24 hours or a few weeks. It mostly depends on how quickly you can provide the requested information to the trustee and whether you need to open a new bank account. Step 3, sign-up meeting. Once the licensed insolvency trustee has received all your documents and prepared the statutory forms, they will schedule a meeting with you to sign the documents. This can take place in person, at their office, or virtually over a video call. Many people today prefer video calls as they don't have to travel anywhere and can just take a break during work to complete the signing. The meeting may only take about 30 to 45 minutes. The trustee will review all the documents with you and ensure all the information is correct before both of you sign the documents. If you note any errors, be sure to notify the trustee before signing the documents so they can be corrected. Once signed, you should make sure you get a copy of the signed documents to keep for your records. Step 4, proposal filing. The licensed insolvency trustee files the consumer proposal with the Office of Superintendent Bankruptcy, who then sends a copy of the consumer proposal to all your creditors for consideration. At this point, you're in the consumer proposal and should stop all payments to your unsecured creditors. If you have a mortgage or car loan, ensure you keep up to date with those payments as they are not included in the proposal. The proposal is active once filed. You don't have to wait for the creditors to accept the proposal. You're given this temporary protection from creditors while you come to an agreement with your creditors on the terms of the proposal. If your proposal is not approved, then it will get rejected and the creditor protection will go away. At that point, creditors will be free to collect and charge you interest again. Step 5, creditor voting. Creditors have 45 days to vote to accept or reject the consumer proposal. They will review the consumer proposal and provide the trustee with a proof of their debts owing in their proof of claim form, along with a voting letter to indicate whether they vote in favor or against the consumer proposal and whether they request a meeting of creditors. For a consumer proposal to get accepted, more than 50% of proven creditors in dollar value must vote in favor of the proposal. On the 45th day after filing the proposal, the trustee will review the results of all the votes, and if more than 25% of the creditors request a meeting of creditors, then the trustee must call a meeting within 21 days. During this period, the trustee will work with the debtor and the creditors to negotiate an agreed amount, which is paid to the trustee, usually on a monthly basis. The creditors will likely have made a counteroffer with their voting letter as a starting point for the negotiations. Creditors may also ask for more information about the debtor before they're willing to accept their proposal. Step 6, proposal accepted. If the majority of creditors accept the proposal, it becomes legally binding. There's no meeting of creditors. This will happen 60 days after the filing date. If a meeting of creditors takes place, then you'll need to wait an extra 15 days for the deemed court rule to be officially approved. Your trustee may notify you that the consumer proposal has been accepted, or you can call their office for an update on the proposal. Step 7, payments. If not already started, your first payment will be due in the month which your consumer proposal is accepted by your creditors. Now let's talk about the cost and the fees. The trustee's fees are included in the consumer proposal and they come from the payments before they are dispersed to your creditors. You should not have any other payments owing to the trustee or anyone else. Also, the fees are set by the government, so they're the exact same for all trustees in Canada. As you can see, the process is not complicated, but it can take some time to obtain all the requested documents, and moving bank accounts can also take some time. Now, I should also mention that if you owe more than $250,000 in unsecured debts, you will need to file what's called a Division 1 proposal, which is a similar process but with some different rules. Hopefully, seeing the whole process required to file a consumer proposal, you can be confident to take the next step in getting started if this is the best option for your debts. You just learned how a consumer proposal can stop creditors' calls, consolidate your debts, and set up a repayment plan you can actually afford. Next and most important step is to find out whether a consumer proposal is truly the right solution for your unique financial situation. Call Litvak Group today for a free, no obligation consultation. One of our licensed insolvency trustees will review your finances and help you decide if filing a consumer proposal makes sense for you. Take control of your debt and your future by reaching out now. We're here to help.